Okay, this video is why William Control is innocent. And I'm going to show some clips from videos he has represented. And unfortunately, some of the people that have been accusing him have deleted all their videos and you can no longer find them, like particularly ones from Stormy Summers. And so, first off, I want to say, and I know William's probably going to watch this, and I hope he does. And I'm just really sorry because when accusations first came out, I was like, neutral. I'm like, this can't be real, this can't be happening. When I saw that blog on Tumblr, I'm like, this is false. Like, no, he wouldn't do that. And then I saw this video of this girl with him, and the audio was muted, and he later debunked that the audio was like actually not cries of pain but pleasure. So what I gathered from the video is that she looks pretty upset and she's crying. But so people like Stormy Summers, like her videos like, wow, convinced me. I'm sorry, but like she was really great at what she was selling, and like I really should have like thought, oh, this hasn't gone through court of law, so why should I believe any of it? But the way she made it sound like he made her go through hell, like, but only showing one side of text messages, like, I really still can't believe why I fell for it. But I kind of makes sense why some people might. And it really sucks, and it's not fair to him, and I just can't believe it. I just really feel bad for him, and it's not fair, and it's just so wrong. Like, his record label and family and his bandmates left him, and people dropped off his record label. Like, he had his own finally, and it really sucks. And I'm just really upset for him. And so what's going on is that so for that whole time, I believed for like months and months, not a year, but like he was guilty, and it sucked because I stopped listening to all William Control music, and I didn't really listen to Aiden. Like, I think I'm gonna listen to it, but I refuse to listen to none of the songs. They're so pissed off about it, like, because I really like the music, but I'm like, okay, when he sings, if you're a William Control fan, you know the stuff he sings about, like the dark stuff, and all he sings about is like, it's hard to listen to that if it's true that he was doing these things to women. Like, I just couldn't. And I read, like, that whole time, I'm like, I hid my autographs from him, his merch, his book. I was even gonna sell the William Control shirts and book and autographs I had, and I didn't, luckily, and I still have them. And I'm not going to sell them or anything, but it's so wrong, and I'm pissed that this stuff happened when, like, there's stuff on the news now, like women being raped, assaulted for like years and years, and so the idea is like he just goes scot-free with community service and fines, and sometimes doesn't even have to register as a sex offender. That's real shit going on, and nothing's being done to stop it. But you have to pay attention to these women who are lying, and some of them might have sold a good convincing argument first, but now it's been debunked, and they've been proven to be total 100% liars. And I'm just so pissed off that this shit is still going on. So I'm mad and sad, and I still love his music. I didn't stop even when I wasn't listening to him as my controller Aiden for like months and months. And I'm just really it's upsetting what happened with Lindsay, and I'm sad that it just sucks, okay? Because like, you seem to really love her, but okay, like, he could have babies, but it's like one time only thing, not continuing relationships with them, but he did, and he said he wouldn't, and she found out in love with his kid, and that's the reason why his son is gone, his wife is gone, and why he's in debt, and there was a divorce, and it sucks. Because these women wanted to take him down. They said, okay, let's lie about rape, let's lie about assault. We're pissed that he doesn't want to be with us. So what we do, ruin his marriage, ruin his life, have his kids. Like, their goal was to get Lindsay to leave and have his reputation and be over. That's the bottom line. That's the point. And that's why they did all this. Okay? innocence, even though there's proof and there's screenshots of him talking so much proof and truth about these women. Some people are still calling him a liar, and some people are still guilty, saying like, "Oh, it's so bad." Like this one, I don't want to give her attention. I don't remember her name even, and I don't care. But she said, "I got blocked by him because I didn't like his music, and I'm gonna side with this Storm person. There's some British girl, and she's like, I'm gonna side with her. Like this girl's a teenager, I think. She's like, I'm gonna side with Stormy just because I don't like William. It's like you don't know the real story. You just side with this person because you hate the other person, and they hate that person too. You are so ignorant. Like, and whatever. But the woman who controls my dom, the girl who made that video, seems sweet, and like love her video." And it's sad that her relationship ended, but she handled it very maturely, and it kind of sucks still. But she's a good person, unlike all these other accusers. I hate them. So glad she's not like them. Finally, Free Spirit. It was debunking them, Life with the Y instead of an I. And she's really awesome on YouTube. She's one of my favorite YouTubers, and she reminds me of Raven Simone. So I don't even do these reviews. I don't care. I really have any followers. I never really use my account to upload, and like I don't care. I'm doing this because I care about William, and I hope some people see this and realize he's innocent. So another thing I'm gonna do before I'm gonna start showing like clips of him talking about these accusers, like Stormy and stuff, is like say one more thing. And this one woman, I hate her. She thinks, this one woman who thinks she's like one of the stars of the Me Too movement, and she's calling him guilty. Okay. He proved he's innocent. She's still calling him guilty. Okay. That was my dog making all that noise. Okay, so what really sucks about this is that there's this other woman, and a lot of people probably know who she is by now because she starts shit with everyone, and I'm gonna make a different video about her later because there's so much more info even than the William Control stuff to cover on this person. And I'm gonna show you a tweet she said and when he replied back to her, because he proved his innocence and she was still calling him an abuser and taking advantage of these girls with mental health issues, but yet he's proved differently. So he's proved his innocence and she's still calling him guilty, and you know who she is. When you see this tweet, you'll recognize this person because she's made a name for herself through lying about Twiggy Ramirez, William Control, My Chemical Romance, especially Gerard Way, Lindsay Way, all members of her band Jack Off Jill, and yeah, you know exactly who this stupid person is. I think it's gone on Twitter, but I screenshotted it. Okay. This was 5 days ago, and it was the 26th of April, and it was on Friday, and this was her, Jessica, and she said, "Can't face a real queen, many fans defending you, but an established artist questions your story. Block you, manipulated money for beatings and sex. You, I met, were mentally ill woman. You are a criminal and a man whore, William Control." And he replied, "Queen, you mean Twitter troll jerk off Janet? I've never blocked you. Try again. I choose to ignore you because of how irrelevant you are. You claim to fight for whores, yet use it as a derogatory term to describe me. Yes, nice feminism you got there. No one takes you seriously." And yep. That was what she said. And then he mentioned long term, so it caused her to get outraged. And now his fan base is pissed off at her like she deserves. It's really hilarious. She is so full of shit. Like, she is really full of shit. So anyways, that's Jessica for you, and she's a massive serial liar. She has pissed off Twiggy fans, William Control fans, even Jerome Control fans, but especially Twiggy fans, and also MCR, My Chemical Romance fans. And she is such an idiot. Okay, now I'm going to show you some footage from a William video, and this one is revealing see. He did series videos for like a week about these women, all on his official YouTube you should watch. Okay, the truth about Jessica and proof she lied. I will show something from this. But, I'll keep talking right now because these videos are age sensitive and I'm going to need to log in, unfortunately. Which sucks. And because this video has been like flagged as like age inappropriate or whatever. And it is not loading right now, which is very annoying. Like, now I need to sign to YouTube, which I totally forgot to do. Okay. And it's not even letting me. It's searching for device, and it's not finding it. Okay. Well, I'm waiting for that. I'll keep talking about these accusations and stuff. Okay, so basically, William is going through really dark times, and thankfully, though, he hasn't any drinking or drugs again, which is good. So thankfully, he hasn't gone back to that. Same with me when he was accused, because that really sucked. Okay. And, so I'm going to talk about when I met William in 2017, the Masquerade. It was the last show he played. That was a headline show and last headline tour, and this was the last time he played Atlanta. I've been a fan only a couple of years, and I got into him because he sounds like Depeche Mode, and just wish they would tour together. So the whole time that I was meeting him in the whole concert, everything was amazing. He was really nice, and his whole band was nice, like his drummer especially. And I wish I could go back to that day because it cost like $40, and then another $10 for the concert, so like $50 for a meet and greet and a concert like that is amazing. And like really, he was nothing but sweet to everyone and polite. Like so many people were talking highly of him at the concert. It was close to selling out in Purgatory Masquerade, which you don't know that it's like for 300 people or so, close to 300 people. And it was great. And it was a concert on a Monday, and it was like one of the best Mondays of my life. I loved it. And it was so much fun. But like literally, there's like abusers like David Anthony, who's proven to send nudes to underage girls and be a sexual predator and even physical harassment against Ash Costello, which is removed. Like, and literally that fucker's still not in. Or, like, Blood on the Dance Floor is one of the worst, most unoriginal bands, and like no one cares about him, but they care more about William Control. And even though he's debunked this shit and proven that he's innocent, and it makes me sick. And I just hope if he tours again, he doesn't go find like all these groupies and stuff. Like, oh man, most of women are mentally ill. Like, a lot of these women went so far as to hide from him that they had a mental illness. No, that's not good. It's like really not good. But he's the one to blame. Okay, maybe he should like make sure they like went through mental health checks and drug tests and like alcohol content, and that they had like no more than one drink or 0.5% of BAC in their system. But he didn't. That sucks, because he seems to attract crazy girls for some reason. And like from the text message judging, like these official court-ordered and printed text messages, like that have not been altered, he has proved his innocence. Like literally, he's gone to the FBI and police, proven it. And this one, the biggest user who instigated it all, like not even Stormy Summers, it's Kate Ratteray or something like that. And she instigated it, that they should ruin his marriage and life. Okay, so the first video is the truth about Jessica and proof that she lied. I'm just going to take random parts of this video and show it and then talk about it.
I wanted to start off this next video, actually these next few videos, by just giving you a little heads up. Since we got really the main issues out of the way, the rape, the underage sex, the crazy amount of abuse The next few videos are just gonna be about some of these bandwagon jumpers that I was with maybe for a period of time, or was with once, but jumped on the bandwagon to claim that I'm a fucking monster. So the first one, I just wanted to preface it by saying that they're not going to be very long. There's just going to be kind of a little explanation. I'm not trying not to disparage anyone as much as I can, but I just wanted to kind of show you the ridiculousness of some of these claims, how absurd this shit actually is. So the first woman I want to talk about, her name is Jude. She's from Atlanta, and her real name is actually Jessica. But I met Jessica in Atlanta at a show. She was introduced to me by a mutual friend. She came up to me and she put her panties in my pocket, and when I said, "Oh, well, thank you. How old are you?" And she told me she was 17, and I said, "Don't talk to me until you're 18." And she didn't. And after she turned 18, we started, a relationship, and I discovered pretty quickly that she was fucking filthy. And she wanted to do some pretty extreme things, which were kind of beyond my level of comfort, but she asked me to do them, and so I obliged her. And years later, now it's been years, she claims that, because she was young and impressionable, and because I was 15 years older than her, I used that age gap to coerce her, which doesn't really make any sense to me. But like here's a couple of her lies. She came out after I put out that first video. She came out with a series of tweets, and she said, "Just how many of our sexual encounters did you record? I know you at least recorded you taking my virginity when I was barely 18, without my awareness or consent. I was not aware because he blindfolded me immediately." No, I didn't. Here's you. She would post pictures on her social media after she would do these photo shoots. Like, I hope you like the new photos. Let's see. But someone was tweeting at her, why come out with all this stuff? Why did you only post his text messages and none of yours? Especially when that blog came out, and that woman was right. She didn't post any of my text messages, or didn't post any of her text messages rather. She just posted a litany of mine that made me look like a monster. Obviously, because when she says stuff like, "I fucking love the force, I love the helplessness, I love walking through the airport and people looking at me like I'm a domestic violence." It's just fucking ridiculous to come out. I mean, here's one of the someone was asking her why she didn't post any of her messages. Obviously, because all of them are like, "I'm a filthy bitch, fucking beat me, wreck me, fuck my face, do all the shit you want to do." Here, even in this one of her latest tweets, she says, "Never have I claimed I didn't ask for it. I did." Never have I claimed I didn't ask for it. I did. Okay, so what? Why the fuck are you saying that I did stuff beyond your boundaries? Never have I claimed I didn't ask for it. I did. Like, what is the point of this? There's got to be some accountability here. Like, I'm not saying that I'm the victim. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I am not in the wrong. I accept responsibility and have suffered consequences of accepting the responsibility for all of my actions. I lost a lot of things in my life because of all this stuff. But we all have to accept some responsibility. You can't just You can't just ask someone to throw a brick through your window and then say, hey, police, someone threw a brick through my window. You have to go arrest them. Years later, it doesn't work like that. That's not how it works. If you feel regret about the things that you've done, then you've got to deal with that. But you can't just go online and just say all this fucking nonsense. And no one fucking believes this shit anymore. So, that's the first one I'm going to do. See you soon. We started talking. She for a few months, like, begged me to whip her. I first met her at a show. Her and her boyfriend came to the show, and then she begged and begged me to whip her, and so I did. Here's some of the text messages from Twitter right after that happened. It was like October. It said, how does your guy feel about those scars? She deleted a couple messages, so I don't know what she said in response. He wants me to fuck you, doesn't he? She says, well, the last thing he said was he wants to watch me riding on your cock. So I'd say yes. Can't say I'd have any objections either. I apologize if I said anything out of line also. I respond, I would make sure to let you know if you said anything out of line. The first time ever. So that is, that was like October, right? This woman, I had sex with exactly one time. Yes, it was a mistake, against my better judgment, and we didn't have sex alone, we actually had a threesome. So I was with someone, and I invited Gio to come have some fun, and she did. And the woman that I was with was really fucking uncomfortable with how fat she was, and really self-conscious. So she made me basically blindfolded the whole time so she couldn't see. So in February, right? We had sex December 6th. I think maybe we broke up January. That was it. Went our separate ways. In February, she wrote this really shitty blog. It was like, my ex-dom, abandoned me and couldn't be what I wanted him to be, and just basically disparaged me. And it was pretty upsetting. And I fucking texted her, and I was like, I'm really disappointed in this thing that I just read. I said, you don't need to respond, just know that I hope you find happiness someday. She responds, everything I said on FetLife is what I had to say. I've never told anybody that you raped me, and definitely do not want to go to the police for it. Obviously. Because it didn't happen. I didn't feel things were kept up on your side. That's what hurt me. I didn't feel things were kept up on your side. That's what hurt me. Yeah, okay, I'm in a band. I'm busy. Like I couldn't text you back every minute. Whatever. Just felt it was all stuff that didn't really matter to you. I respond, thanks. She sends me another ass picture and says, consider this an apology. I say, you don't need to apologize. It's done and over. You took it down. No big deal. No harm, no foul. So then, let's see, that's February. So then in April, I'm on tour in Europe. And she comes to the Bristol show. She starts hitting me up. Well, I just got here excessively earlier as usual, looking mighty fine if I do say, sir. Thank you, my dear. Not a problem, sir. I won't say what else is going through my mind because, oops. I have no idea what I said to you. Bit of it's bad. I oblige. You around after the show? I respond, huh? Huh? She says, sorry, I'm a bit drunk. Are you around afterwards to say hi? Fucking beautiful show, sir. Definitely missed the taste of your cock. Thank you very much, my dear. I'm outside if you have some time to say hi. Can go around the corner away from everyone if you'd like. Do you have time to talk after by any chance? I respond, yeah, but I won't be back for a little bit. No problem, I'm around. Just gotta say some shit. I say, get home safe. Thank you, sir. I'm staying at a friend's house tonight because I am way over my limit to drive and do not have a reputation, and do have a reputation for crashing. So yeah, she did crash that time. Thank you for tonight. Is it bad that you grabbing my ass really turned me on? And yeah, when we spoke, which she was really fucking drunk, yeah, I grabbed her butt. She sends another message. Good morning, sir. I hope that message was okay to say and that you're doing well. That you're well today. I'm considering coming along to Manchester tomorrow. Which I found out because of my disorder, which makes me believe that. Though I still don't understand why the silence followed and probably never will, which is another factor as to why you're always on my mind. Not the main one at all, but one of them anyway. Well, why the silence followed? Why did the silence follow? Well, we had sex. We left. I was busy. I was fucking busy. Like I said, I still think it was the right decision, and it was the motivation you gave me, which has helped me to do everything I'm doing now and work my ass off every day. I just miss the fact that you're no longer part of that. The dancing was all you, and I've had nothing but good feedback about it. I guess the point I've been trying to make through all this is just that I miss you, and that part of friendship that was there. Yeah, I totally understand. That was 2016 is when we had sex. February were those messages where we discussed this shit, and then she came to my show in April of 2017. I never abused her. I never fucking manipulated her. I never emotionally abused her. I never pushed her limits. I never did any of the shit that she claims. She claims in one of her posts, oh, he's the reason why I'm absolutely terrified of bullwhips now. I used to be able to take a pretty good beating until that day. Until what day? Until the day you told me that your boyfriend loved the scars? I'm the person in the article who figured out someone's post on here was about him, and I took it to Facebook, mostly to gain exposure. He didn't do anything illegal to me, but he's completely fucked with my mind. He's why I'm on medication now. Really? Because in your text messages, you say you didn't even know about my illness. So, again, I understand, like, the bandwagon jumping. You know, your life is fucking boring, and this is the only way. Okay, so she would come to the shows. You know, she named her kid, like one of her kids, Aiden. You know, I guess she was a big fan of Aiden growing up. And I met her in Arizona. She was, you know, just a fan. She would come dressed all scantily clad, and we would flirt, and we had sex once. And I whipped her a little bit. It wasn't even that big of a deal. And we sat around and smoked cigarettes for a while. She fucked off back to Arizona. Oh yeah, she traveled up to Washington. And then we just remained friends. She bought all the shit I put out. I mean, but yeah, she's like, I'm like, how's sex work coming? It's rather slow going, but seems to be coming along nicely, and I really enjoy doing it. Best job I've ever had. Hell yeah, I support you. Thank you, I appreciate it. Sorry times are tough for you financially. It's alright, it's not your fault. Roman got moved to a different department, blah, blah, blah. Well, positive thoughts to you, my dear. Thank you, darling. I'll take all of those I can get. You know, it's like, okay. And then, when all this shit started happening, then all of a sudden, I fucking whipped her until she bled, and she said no, but I didn't stop, and I just abused her and abused her and abused her. Why? Well, no, that's not true. I am clear as to why she jumped on this bandwagon. A lot of this stuff that I've seen is for attention. They see these other people getting these, you know, showered with these thoughts of praise and grace. Oh, you're brave, you're brave. Oh, you have so much bravery. Besides, had I been obsessed with him, I would not have left my current partner. Okay, that's totally fine to not be obsessed with me. I didn't think you were obsessed with me. I thought you were pretty lovely. I thought she was rather lovely. But let me ask you, if I fucking abused this woman so horrendously in a hotel in Washington, why would she, for years, still come to my shows? Why would she spend thousands of dollars on my merch? Here's just one page of her orders from my PayPal account. This page particularly starts May 6, 2016, goes all the way to February 2018, so 2 years.
So, there's some just basic information, and yeah, that's like pretty much it for like now. But I'll do like more later. But the videos out Lauren and Kate and any other videos you would, and anything very spirit out about women, definitely watch it. Cause like them asking for something and gives them, and it's like, oops, I don't like that. Like literally hiding their mental illnesses, buying stuff from him, still supporting him. Naming their kids after him. What is that? That is so fake. They are such liars. Okay? Liars. It's like proof right there. Like literally. And really nothing else to say. Like, was he blameless? No. Has he made some shady decisions? Yes. Has he attracted like mental problems? Yeah. Like crazy woman. But like, you know, I hope he's more careful about that in the future, that they have, like, mental health checks. But, like, I totally support him. Not what he did to Lindsay or his son. It's not cool. And what's also not cool is that even though people, like, they say Lindsay was abused and, overly examined her because of him. Well, Lindsay, before she took her Instagram down, said she was actually sexually abused by someone past that wasn't William. She believes that this woman should take a court of law, and she like knows everything. He showed her out on the police reports and everything, and left him because of these affairs. Not the fact that he just like groupies in one night stand kind of thing. It's the fact that they carried on long-term relationships, and that was totally wrong, especially because they have a kid, and he got settled down young because Lindsay got married when they were so young, and this is sad. And he was not able to be honest about wanting open relationships and polyamory, and it's sad. And Lindsay and Phineas, his son, getting death threats, probably from like some of these accusers, is just so wrong. Like, how could you send death threats to his wife and son who have nothing to do with this, especially his son? What the hell? It's like, stop and think. And literally, with Jessica, who's gonna believe anything she says anymore? She's still saying this one man who's people thought was guilty, proved his innocence, and she's still calling him some like sex cult leader, and that he's guilty. Really, it's like there's proof, and like literally, it's just ridiculous. There's even like proof from other sources, like with the Twiggy situation, about why he's innocent, like he doesn't even have these kind of receipts and stuff that William Control has, but like there's like others to prove Jessica's like craziness, and like I don't know. It's just wrong. And like, I'm glad he went to the police. I'm glad he proved his innocence. And that Kate girl said she's gonna go to the police with stuff that she has. Well, like, nothing's gonna happen. Not really seen like another country than England, but like, the police are gonna see her text and like, they're gonna like take real victims less seriously because they're gonna show, all it shows that she's a crazy woman who's a liar, and like, real victims are gonna be less likely to be believed even by police in other countries outside of America, but especially like in America, this kind of shit is like not being taken seriously with all these people lying. And this Me Too movement with a ton of false accusations, like they can tweet and post online anything they want, so there are a ton of false accusations. And some people, even like certain like authors and actors I looked up to, like believe every accusation. That's gotta stop. You can't just believe the word of public opinion is what some of these, like even one control accuser said that she cared about, not the court of law. No, really? Because you know you're lying about him. And this one woman was also said, lying is the most fun a girl can have. And then made all her tweets private after that. You are so foolish. And I can't wait till Cameron comes and gets all these girls. Because you're all lying. That's all there is to it. And you thought you can get away with it. All you did was ruin his marriage. Like, way to go. I'm sorry, but like, see, it's just ridiculous. I believe he's a genuinely good person at heart, even though he's made some bad mistakes, and you know, we all do. I've been cheated on so badly, but like, acting like he's a piece of shit who deserves to die, when there's no proof of abuse or anything, is wrong. That's all I'm gonna say about this for now. And William says, I'm sorry, I ever doubted you, and I just hope you keep making music and doing what you love.